Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into my weekly review of my account, ladies and gentlemen. On my account, first week of June, ladies and gentlemen. What a bloody week it was, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to it, ladies and gentlemen. Got $128,113, ladies and gentlemen. For the week, we are down $20,172.03. That's 13.6%, ladies and gentlemen. For the month, we're down $10,226.87.39. For the 3 month, we're down 7,452.88. Year to date, ladies and gentlemen, we're down 35,519.21.71%. Overall count, ladies and gentlemen, we're still up $5,973.51. That's 4.89%, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. I am killing it, rocking it out, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Yeah, I'm just rocking it out, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go to the brokerage account. Look at the day. We're up. But for the week, ladies and gentlemen, for the individual account, look at it just gradually go down. We went up, then it all went down. Went to shit by Friday, ladies and gentlemen. For a week, we're down $3,772.52, 16.9%. For the month, 5.4% down, $1,113.63. 3 months, ladies and gentlemen, we're $294.06, 1.49% down. Year to date, we're down 26.78%, $7,140.83. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, we're still up 18,366.14, 1,590%, 0.8. Can Marcus Lucas say that, ladies and gentlemen? Can Marcus Lucas say that? I don't think so. All time since I started this in November of 22, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at that profit. $1,200. Started with this account. Can Marcus Lucas say that, ladies and gentlemen? Make over $15,000 in this account. We did get some more resolve in this, ladies and gentlemen. We had worth signed. Share price is averaging $350, ladies and gentlemen. $1,101. $1,777.73 down, ladies and gentlemen. Them 3 shares I was doing cover calls, and this tank 2 on the week. They're signed. I made $45 off it, ladies and gentlemen. Off of that. But if it runs back up to $3, you know what I'm going to do? I run back up to $3. I will sell them $3 in a lot share. Be a wash sell. Keep this $45 and redo that, ladies and gentlemen. When that happen, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the puts for next week. 250 put. You can make 20 cents per contract. 20 cents per contract. Not bad there. Cover calls. Can we do a $3 cover call? Nope. I'm not doing a 250 either, ladies and gentlemen. I won't do that in my other account. But that was the new thing added to this account. Also, I did add 2 Top W. I did buy 1 share of that. Let me go to that part. This is a ETF, ladies and gentlemen. A leverage ETF, actually, from around here, ladies and gentlemen. It was down for the week 2. Only $2.79. Year to date is down $6.27. But with all the dividend distribution I get, ladies and gentlemen, it basically paid for it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at $49.42. But I did buy 1 share. See, it is leveraged. Top W tracks an index of 25 weekly pay single stock ETF offered by Brown Hill. The fund select and weighted consists of market cap and aim for weekly distribution based on its consistent distribution. I did get $39.07 in dividends, and I bought 1 share at $39.10, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, I just used the dividend, bought another share. I did that last week too. And just slowly adding that up, getting this down, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever this get back up there, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be happy. Get up to $40. That means we'll be profitable year to date. Look at the max. It's down 1482 for the max. But if you're in it and got all distribution, you'd be good to go. Just start at 51, ladies and gentlemen. on September 4th, 2025. Not even a year yet. We'll check this out at a year, ladies and gentlemen, and see how far we are down in a year. But the distribution by itself had paid for itself, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I understand being leveraged, but it could run up whenever we have a good stock market. Also, Solana, we've been adding to Solana on a daily basis, ladies and gentlemen. I do got, I've been buying $4 a share, $4 every, well, it's $3.96, but it's $4 with every day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm consistently getting shares off of it. How many shares I get here? Don't say. Don't say how many shares, but I do have 5.69 tokens, ladies and gentlemen. I'm only down 40%, 238.92. It's at 62.88. That means every 15 days I'm getting at least one token. But I do stake it to make money off of it, ladies and gentlemen. I do stake it. But let's look at the retirement account. Which one we're looking at first? The Roth IRA. For the week, ladies and gentlemen, we're down $4,418.93. I do have to add some money to this. This week, $165. We're going to be going to the buying power in a minute. Or we got to go back to the buying power on the other one to show you the margin account. Let's do that right now. Let's go back to the brokerage account. Let's look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It was at 40. What's that? 33 buying power. This was at 43, but since it dropped, ladies and gentlemen, of course it will drop down. We got 4,588.25 margin total. Margin use 9,627.45 because at 900 we were under 9,000. 30,099.78, and we're at 48.17%. Very happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. This account will have dropped $7,812.97 before I get margin call. I go back to the Roth IRA. For the week, we're down $4,418.98, 13.29%. For the month, we're down 6.9%, 1,869.30. 3 months, we're down 1,040.37 cents. Year to date, we're down 4,958.55, 14.68 all time, ladies and gentlemen. We're down 6,871, 19.25, ladies and gentlemen. We do have 197.23 of buying power. I will be putting 165 into this, ladies and gentlemen. We are slowly getting this down. We'll be at 330 some, $3,300 some dollars left to put in here, ladies and gentlemen. But we did get some new resolve, ladies and gentlemen. We like 12 contracts. We got 1,200 shares, ladies and gentlemen. Average cost $2.68. Let's see what we did. Contracts. We bought 10 shares, ladies and gentlemen. On this, ladies and gentlemen, at $2.29. Loan payment. Ooh, we got $1.19 from loan payment. We were assigned here, ladies and gentlemen, and we did make 45. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 45 and 190 on these contracts, ladies and gentlemen. Got 12 contracts. That is a $235 prop of money I got, ladies and gentlemen, from this account. Very happy with that. And I'm going to do cover calls, ladies and gentlemen. I like to do $3 cover calls because of what I bought them at. But right now, $3 ain't giving me enough. I probably would just sit on this, ladies and gentlemen. What will I do with that other money I'll be having, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, we could do. Now look at puts. Sell put. 250 put. 20 cents. I could do one. I might do one, get that $20, ladies and gentlemen. $20 is $20. I probably would do that. And and sit on the rest and see what this will do next week. Are we still going to be down, ladies and gentlemen? Just depend on the market. Everything has changed for then. That's all. Or I could buy. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough for BABA. Don't have enough for BABA or Opendoor at this time because they're at 418 for BABA and 441 for Opendoor. Or I could buy another some more top pay. I'm not sure about that, or XTDE. But let's go to the traditional, the big bad boy wolf in the house for the week. We're down $11,742.71, 12.83%. For the month, we're down $7,309.37, 8.39%. 3 months, we're down $6,116.61, 7.12%. And year to date, we're down 22.70, 23,419.42. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, we're down 5,521.38. I still like to get back to this position here where I was at September 29, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, 146. That's been a really good amount of money. But, you know, some trial error, stock market going down, we will recoup. And we did get more of RR, ladies and gentlemen. RR. 253. Let's see what RR cover calls would sell for. Actually, I could do $3 cover call and make $4. Or do I want to do a $3.50, make $1, make $10 on 10 contracts? But 10 that make me an extra $500 because I bought them at $3. I might do that. Now look at the puts. 250 put, ladies and gentlemen, is $2. Probably if I have the money to do another put, I would do that, ladies and gentlemen, on RR, or I get another contract. That's a basic. I do have enough to do a contract for RR. Then I'll probably look at what SoFi. What SoFi cover cost? This all could change for money, ladies and gentlemen. Then look at trade. So I'm looking at selling like $19. The first one make $4, $20 right here make $2, and 21 make $1. Actually, you can go up to 22 on my last one, make $1. That's what I'm thinking about SoFi. $1 here, $1 there. Start to add up, ladies and gentlemen, for SoFi. SoFi still stay in the gutter, ladies and gentlemen. I still think this is range bound between $16 and $20 during the summertime, ladies and gentlemen. Since this is a tech, supposed to be a fintech, but is more of a bank stock than anything, ladies and gentlemen. It can run up. We have seen that, ladies and gentlemen. There's that run up right here in June. There's a run up in June, right up the end of May. And then look at it, 1698. Then it ran up to 1840 by the end of the day. Then June 1st, it ran up to 1875. Then get the sell off for the week. Yeah, I want to see what I can do. If not, I might just sit on them and buy some more. They jump how many shares I got? 322. Might buy a couple more. Just depends how much money I have left in this account, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this short video on my account, ladies and gentlemen. My account only is what I'm doing with my money. Selling cover calls and selling cash puts when I got the money, ladies and gentlemen. And make premium every week. And also adding 165 to my brokerage account. See you in the next one. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.